to witness the inauguration of the Nigerian Civil Aviation Authority and Accident Investigation Bureau Nigeria Joint Committee. The NCAA and AIB are two very important agencies in the aviation industry. Both agencies, during the course of discharging their various duties, promote safety of the Nigerian airspace. While NCAA regulates the industry, AIB investigates serious incidents and accidents. Over the years, the two agencies have worked together to ensure the effective discharge of their duties while ensuring the safety is not only established, but promoted to higher levels in the country's aviation industry. Therefore, with the continuous safety of the Nigerian airspace in mind, there is need for greater collaboration and cooperation between AIB and NCAA. Today, we are inaugurating an AIB/NCAA joint committee, which will ensure enhanced positive working relationship between the two agencies. Both agencies have nominated 5 representatives, each to the floor of the committee, while 1 representative has been nominated by the Federal Ministry of Aviation. The 11-man joint committee members will collaborate on the review of NCAA responses to safety recommendations issued by AIB on accidents and serious incidents, implementation, and continuous cooperation of the state safety programs in Nigeria and in other areas of cooperation that will enhance safety of aircraft operation in Nigeria. The Joint Committee will also provide for the coordination of activities with regards to aviation occurrences, respect for the mandate and responsibility of each organization, effective and efficient exchange of information and data, among others. I would like to appreciate the Director General, Nigerian Civil Aviation Authority, Captain Musa Nuhu, who acknowledged and accepted AIB's desire for cooperation and collaboration with NCAA. Let me reiterate, this is, you understand what AIB, what do we do? We investigate accident and serious incidents in accordance with ICAO Annex 13. And the byproduct of this is we issue safety recommendations to prevent future occurrence. Now, NCAA represents the state. NCAA is the custodian of 18 annexes to the ICAO Convention. And when we issue these safety recommendations, NCAA, being the regulator, will ensure that these safety recommendations are complied with. And this is the whole essence of this committee, to look through the safety recommendations and look at the implementation level and guide us both on what we need to do to make it implementable. I thank you all for your time today. I thank you, Sir Director General. I pray we all gonna make this work airspace. I thank you. Good morning, sir.
Thank you very much, sir.
Good morning, all. First and foremost, before I start, I would like to thank the Commissioner for his short speech, which really captured the essence and the spirit of forming this committee. That's the way we should work together and go forward. We are all components of the same system, and in order for us to be effective and the conduct of our duties and responsibility, we must work together. It's like the heart and the lung. If the heart doesn't beat and provide blood to the lung will die. But if the lungs does not provide oxygen to the heart would die. So we have no choice but to work together in order to achieve our objectives. Well, it is an honor and privilege for me to stand here to you today on the inauguration of the Committee on Collaboration, Cooperation, and Coordination by our two sister agencies, the Nigerian Civil Aviation Authority and the Accident Investigation Bureau. Today marks a great stride towards performing our respective functions in the areas of safety oversight and investigation of accident and serious incidents, with a view to determine the probable causes, to implement safety recommendations issued there to prevent, not only to prevent future reoccurrence to me, but also to make the system more efficient and more effective. Because once we implement this, we improve the system. So there's also the efficiency and the effectiveness of the system. So these safety recommendations go more than preventing reoccurrence. It goes to another level, making us all better in the performance of our duties and our responsibilities. It is very important to state the primary objective of establishing this committee is to ensure that through this coordination, collaboration, cooperation that public safety in the aviation industry is enhanced, as highlighted by the Commissioner in his speech. That's the whole purpose. Safety, safety, safety. Without safety, we don't have an industry. Everything else goes down the drain. Such coordination had been taking place between the authority and Bureau, though inconsistently and informally. So we want to formalize the process so that we know where we go, we know what we expect. With the inauguration of this committee, it is expected that safety and investigation experts will have the opportunity to sit down together to review safety recommendations that have been proposed and the responses provided by authority, the implementation where necessary, and review of effectiveness of these measures with time. When we put them, we review them, maybe we might need to tinker here and there so that the effectiveness of these recommendations remain relevant as changes come within the system. It is also important to state that these two authorities vested with the responsibility of the implementation of safety program. Even our own regulations, NCAA regulations, Part 20, it requires the two agencies to work together in the implementation of the safety program. So it's not just us taking, it's a regulatory requirement. We need to work together. The safety program to be implemented and to become effective. And also require both authorities to have appropriate information, the incident reporting system, both the mandatory occurrence reporting, the MOR, and the new non-punitive reporting system to support the safety response. So that's the issue of data and information sharing. We must share data between the two agencies as it pertains and relates to safety issues. The importance of sharing this data, AIB or NCAA can look at this data and we can see trends coming up. Then recommendations can come before even an incident or accident happens. We look at this trend. Recommendation can come from either side. AIB can say, NCAA, we noticed this has happened, this will lead to this. And recommendations are made to be proactive in preventing any occurrence happening. Both authorities striving towards compatible software. That's the sharing of data. We must have a system, ICT-based, that's automatic sharing of this data. So we must have a way of linking our systems, So once somebody files the data, it goes to both agencies so that we can take proactive action immediately. Instead of filling the form, sent to NCAA, it takes time, it's sent to AIB. We're in 2020. Everything should be in real time. Everything should be in real time. Okay, it is important this committee continually reviews requirements of the Nigerian Civil Aviation Regulations and the implementation of responsibility assigned to civil aviation regulations. investigation for accident and serious incidents. That is one of the reasons we have the chairman of the Regulations Committee as a member, which is Engineer Balang here. So this committee, they'll work together as things happen. They look, maybe we need to make some changes or review our regulations, and they make appropriate recommendations to do that. Another area of cooperation I will emphasize is on the clarity of what constitutes a serious accident. And I think that's where we sometimes will have gray areas and maybe misunderstanding and possible areas of conflict. We can both sit down and really look at that, so we can come up with recommendations. Once something happens, certain parameters I might would know whether it goes to AIB to investigate or it goes instead of, oh, it's me. We kind of avoid those areas of misunderstanding and friction. So if we can really look at that, I know the definition annex attachment C of Annex 13 is quite broad. We can have our own understanding. As long as we both agree, it makes the working relationship much easier and more clear to everybody. So I will therefore urge this committee to continuously and productively engage in ensuring the establishment of conclusions devoid of ambiguous and bogus interpretations that will ensure frictionless and seamless descriptions of lines of responsibility. I also just want to mention to the Commissioner, we have certain experts that you may wish to invite for certain, during certain investigation assignments. You know, if we work together from the word go, it prevents some kind of misunderstanding. So it's up to you, but we have certain experts in certain areas that you might not necessarily have in your own organization. We have experts in airworthiness, experts in flight operations, dangerous goods, safety management systems. Depending on the investigation, we are free place to invite these people to participate. During investigation, you may have questions or clarification. They can explain those so that the report you get, it's very, I wouldn't say object, more with the requirements are more robust, yes. So basically, I would like to call on the committee members to work together. Please understand, this is not AIB, this is not NC, this is Nigeria. Please work together for the improvement of the country. That's for our own industry. You need to work together, remove your hat. AIB or this is the function we're looking at. So you all need to sit down, please, and do your very best, work together, and whatever your report is should be the best for our own industry to make it better in terms of safety, in terms of efficiency, in terms of effectiveness. That is, at the end of the day, that is what we need to do. So I implore on the members, please, to justify the confidence both the Commissioner and myself have in appointing you or nominating you to participate in this committee. And I do sincerely hope this is the start of a better relationship, an improved relationship, not only between AIB and NCAA, but also with other public agencies who have other components, FAN, NAMA, NIMET, NCAT. Once we can all have our act together and work together as a team, we can really carry our industry to the levels it should be. We are far, our industry is by far underperforming. By far underperforming. If you look at the potentials of our industry, we have foreign airlines coming and doing all sorts of things, and we are here. You know, people come to our living room and take all the money, and we are here, not utilizing the God-given resources we have. And we, NCAA, AIB, FAN, NAMA, and all those, we can initiate that process of the growth of the industry. if we work together and collaborate together and coordinate things in such a way. There are certain assignments the minister has given us. We are working on it, and Commissioner has met me. We've discussed. There are certain proposals I will bring that will really make all of us better at the end of the day. So I really like to thank the Commissioner for approaching me and discussing, and it's something that we all we're all looking forward to, and I'm sure it's a relief to everybody here that we are here today talking. So I would like to stop at this moment. Thank you very much, everybody.
In 2018, the minister inaugurated a committee to look into all safety recommendations that has been issued by AIB since inception. And this was the same, a joint committee was formed by the minister, but this was a ad hoc thing, not a continuous program. So, and safety recommendations, there's a report that came out of it. This is a copy, which we gave to you pressmen at the time. The implementation then was about 65%. Why you have 65% was because some airlines had gone into extinction. They're not there anymore. So safety recommendation issued to an airline that it can never be implemented. So that has to be marked as not implemented. But according to this report, we got about 65% of implementation at the time.
Committee being formalized is to strengthen the relationship, to make it more formal and strengthen it. And for both the Commissioner and myself to come and speak to our staff, to send also a message to the system, down to the system, to our staff, to understand you need to work together. So it has quite a lot of benefits to this. So all the system will know, the CEOs, the top management of both organizations, are in support of this, and you must comply and work together. Okay, the airlines, there are certain reports we call the mandatory reports. All airlines are required to submit those reports. That's why we're trying to build a system where those reports supported will go to both agencies. We're working, was part of my comments, you know. Then both agencies will come and determine, okay, this is a serious incident or an accident, and AIB will handle it. We still do that, but we just want this to make the system more efficient and more effective so that investigations can start immediately. And airlines that do not submit, if they are caught, they'll be seriously penalized because it is a mandatory, it's called a mandatory occurrence report. So it will not be in their favor not to report. They'll have serious consequences. And depending on the seriousness, it could even lead to the suspension of their air operator certificate, which is the license for them to operate an airline. So it's a very grievous offense to be committed by any airline. The two religions and others.
So I just like to present this formally present this to the DG.
Thank you.